Brooke is up next in Greensboro, North Carolina. Brooke, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. I'm a new mom, and after returning to my job as a retail brand manager for an e-commerce site, I've been thinking about changing careers. I keep telling myself I need to do something with a new purpose. I had an interview a couple of weeks ago to be a recruiter, and I was in a room with 6 people, and they kept asking me, what was my why and why did I want to pursue a new career? And I kept responding, and they kept pushing. And my reason was that it was really hard for me to go back to the work that I've been doing after just having had a baby. Kind of my perspective has changed. My priorities have shifted. The type of work I do didn't feel worth it to me. If I was going to be away from my child every day, I wasn't really feeling motivated to continue doing what I've been doing for 6 years. And I started to cry in the interview. It was totally out of left field. I went into the interview super confident. That's never, ever happened to me before. I apologize profusely. It was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. So it was really hard for me to, recover in the interview, but I stuck it out. I continued to ask them questions. They asked me questions. I kind of knew by the end of it that they probably weren't going to hire me because I kind of freaked them out.
Did you? Did you, though?
I don't know. I mean, I just felt like as soon as I broke down that they kind of, their interest level just changed. So it was really discouraging. I ended up not getting the job, which is fine. Yep. I was listening to one of your episodes from earlier in the week about, not here and not now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I felt like that resonated with me.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what to do next because I really felt like I was becoming interested in the recruiter role, and it checked a lot of the boxes.
Okay, hold on. All right,
like,
so stop.
Yeah.
So stop. First of all, I love your perspective. You got your head on right. What I said is absolutely true. That no was just simply a not here, not yet. And let's talk about the tears. Let's dive back into that because you're humiliated by it. And I understand why you're humiliated, but I don't think you should be humiliated. I really don't.
Okay.
Because I think it is those tears that we need to examine. And I think that's what tells you and confirms what your future should look like. So I want us to break this down for a sec. I want you to be as vulnerable as you can because I'm going to be kind to you and I'm here to protect you. And I'm actually glad you cried. So this is all positive, but I want you to trust me. I want you to trust me. Will you trust me for the next moment or two?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think you started crying? Why'd you get emotional?
I was frustrated because I felt like I wasn't giving them the answer that they were hoping for, or that, like, I felt like I wasn't selling myself to them in the way that they were expecting or what they were looking for. I wasn't giving them an answer they were looking for, or my answer wasn't good enough. So I had to keep defending my thoughts.
Okay. So they kept coming back at you and you told them the why. They didn't get it that, hey, the work I was doing, it's valuable to somebody else. It means a lot to somebody else. It just doesn't connect to my heart. And they just weren't getting it. Okay.
And they were saying that, they didn't think that my why would motivate me to perform in the way I needed to perform in that role.
Okay. Now, this is great. So do you agree with that statement?
I don't 100% agree with that, I don't think.
Well, you're not sure. So my question is, why are you excited? Because you just said recruiting was checking the boxes and you were excited and you go, Ken, I don't know what to do. And I'm telling you, you do know what to do. We get right back up on the horse. Like we fell off the horse, big deal. So what I'm pushing you on, and I don't want you to cry because I'm on your side. I actually understood what you said. And I don't know why they kept pressing at you, but I don't care because we're on the other side of that now. So what I'm diving into is, do you agree with them? And you said not 100%. So what were they saying? That your why? What's your why? Why are you interested in recruiting? Tell me, why are you interested in recruiting? Forget that. I get the part that you didn't have a connection to your previous work doing the retail brand manager for e-commerce. I get it. No connection to your heart. Yeah. But what about recruiting makes you excited? Where would that fit in your sweet spot, allowing you to use what you do best, do what you love, for a result that matters. How does recruiting answer those three questions?
Right. So I felt like I would be helping people, and by doing that, I would be, obviously placing them in jobs and helping clients find people to put in those positions that they need filled. I communicate really well. I'm very organized, and both of those qualities were described to me in the interview process as being very important, and I already have those skills. And the income is really good from what I've been told in recruiting. So I felt like that was really important for me as well. I'd like to have more control over my income right now. I just am in a, salary job, and I'm at the top of the ladder in my department. So there's really nowhere else for me to go.
So again, reminding you what you just told me moments ago, it checks all the boxes. So you didn't do a good job of convincing them on the why, but I think had you focused more on what you love most about the recruiting, what you've seen about the position and the way the position has been described to you, had you gone through and said, well, number one, I've got the talent to pull this off. This is what I do best. This communicating, connecting, being organized, driving the ball down the lane, to throw it through the hoop. That's what I do best. And boy, I really love this type of work too. And the result of this is helping a company get the right person and a person get in the right role, which is what I've experienced. Why I'm here. I know. Had you said it that way, probably would have gone better. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal. So now you know how to say it. I want you to use, you've been listening to the show. So here's what you do. You jump right back in. You know that recruiting checks all the boxes. This time when you go in there, you break down the sweet spot for them. Say, here's the deal. The reason that I'm here is because this is a role that is right in the middle of my sweet spot. Let me explain. This is what I do best. Top 2 or 3 things. This is what I love to do. Top 3 or 4 things. And these are the results that matter to me. And this job generates all of that for me. It's the output. And somebody hears you break it down that way, they're going to go, wow, this woman's impressive. She's thought this through. You see what I'm saying? So get back up on the horse.
I feel like I have gotten back up on the horse because through the proximity principle, I have an acquaintance who works at another staffing firm who I've been talking with over the past few months, and I interviewed with them, but they don't have a position open right now. So I'm just continuing that conversation with them since it didn't work out with this other place. So I tend to get impatient, and I know that's not a great quality. So it's hard for me to continue to do what I'm doing in the meantime.
I know,
and focus
but here's the deal.
What's next?
But here's the deal. You got to hang in there knowing that what you're doing now is keeping you stable until the next thing comes along. Change your mindset. I'm so grateful that I got a great job right now. I got a great job. It's not my great job. Somebody's great job, but right now it's a good job. Great job for me. It's taking care of me. So it's a mindset change. And so now you're going, okay, I'm going to get there. So you got this.